Hey everyone, welcome. How are you? I'm Heather, I'm the Bent Yogi. This is a fun flow. We're going to focus on strong arms, strong core, and some different stuff that might be fun to add into your practice if you are working on handstands, if you're thinking about working on handstands, or even if you're not even thinking about handstands. Bottom line, it's a practice for everyone, and we're going to have a good time. Let's get started in Ragdoll. So come onto your mat and come on into your Ragdoll. Set your feet about hips width distance apart. Fold forward. Let your head drop. If it works to bring opposite hand into the crook of opposite elbow, you can do that. If it works better to let your hands dangle or bring your hands to a prop, you can do that. Soften your knees a little bit here. Start to come into your breath. If you are here right now, you can do this. It's not just about the handstand, right? Lots of times that's our focus. The handstand, the final goal, the pose. It is awesome to have goals, but it is equally awesome and important to enjoy every step, every breath along the way. Here, feeling your feet as your foundation, noticing any tension in your neck, in your jaw, maybe a little bit of movement in your head to soften here in your neck. Take a deep breath in, then a long breath out. And absolutely, the movement of your breath, the intention to show up, right, that'll help you to soften your mind, any resistance there. Together, let's take another deep breath in. Then a big exhale. And release your hands down to your mat. Set your hands in front of your feet so you're making a square, and your hands and your feet feel the corners of the square. Your hands might be off your mat. Let your head drop, and as you inhale, shift forward into your hands so your heels come up off your mat. And then as you exhale, shift back into your heels. Your hands might come up, even your toes can come up. As you inhale, shift forward into your hands, press down into your hands, engage your core, your heels come up. And as you exhale, rock back into your heels. Soften your toes, your palms can come up. So a couple more times, right? And every time you come forward into your hands, just feel that. Notice if there's that, almost that tipping point where you get a little bit nervous about tipping over. Right? And then you create unintentional resistance. Right? Stay grounded, stay strong. You don't have to tip over, but you also don't have to resist this. Don't resist your strength. One more time. As you inhale, come forward into your hands, connect, engage your core, and exhale, rock back into your heels. Now set your hands on your mat and step back to your downward facing dog. If you want to come into a child's pose, in place of your downward dog, or at any point during this practice, you can. You might add in a little bit of movement here. Just beginning to loosen up. Loosen up and lighten up. There is intention in this practice, there's focus, but there's also this quality of playfulness and joy. I feel like you can tap into that, not just in the practice, but within yourself. Take a deep breath in, and a long breath out. And from here, walk your hands back towards your feet. Walk your feet closer together to touch and rise to stand. Come on up. Shoulders roll back, hands reach high, heart lifts, look up, big inhale, hands to your heart, exhale. Set your gaze, lower your gaze or close your eyes for a moment. Feel your feet on your mat here, your connection down into the ground. As you connect into your heart, into your breath, connect into your strength and your power. Take a big breath in, and a long breath out. Inhale, sweep your hands side, reach up, fold forward, exhale. Find your halfway lift, inhale. Walk yourself out to your high push-up, high plank. Spread your fingers wide, low belly draws in and up. Pause here, bring your right hand to touch your left elbow, and then down. Bring your left hand to touch your right elbow, and down. You might actually walk your feet a little bit farther apart. So side to side, touch right, and then left, engaging your core. Your legs are strong. Set your gaze and soften your face. We'll do just a couple more, side to side. Not a lot of movement with the hips. Right? Waking up your core, connecting to your strength. Bring both hands down. Walk your feet back a little bit closer together so you're in your high push-up. Take a big inhale. Forward, halfway down, low push-up. Inhaling, upward facing dog, maybe a cobra or a low cobra. Exhaling, back to your downward dog or your child's pose. Take a big breath in and a long breath out. Take a big inhale and a big exhale. Once more here, deep breath in, fill up. Exhale lightly, step or jump to the front. Halfway lift, inhale, exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to stand from the ground, lift and reach. Fold forward, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale, high push-up to low push-up, exhale. Inhale, upward facing dog, exhale, downward facing dog. Let your head hang down, soften your heels down. Take a breath in and a breath out. Breathe in, breathe out. Another deep inhale, exhale, walk or jump to the front. Halfway lift, inhale, exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up, lift up, reach up, fold forward, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. Chaturanga, low push-up, step or jump back. Inhale, upward facing dog, exhale, downward facing dog. Really big breath in. Open your mouth and empty out. Here, step your right foot about halfway up your mat, ground into your hands, and a couple of donkey kicks. So kick up, right? Push off with the right foot, kick that left leg up, stay grounded through your hands, connected through your core. One more time, kick up, bring your feet down, come on back to your downward dog. Now switch sides. Take your left foot about halfway up your mat, connect through your core, connect into your breath, and kick up. Right? Nice and easy. Right? So feel that grounding energy, connect through your core. Just play around with it a little bit. One more time. Go ahead and kick up, and then come on back to your downward dog. Take a big breath in. Open your mouth, empty out. Another big inhale. Exhale. Step or jump to the front of your mat. Halfway lift as you inhale. Pause here. Big bend in your knees. Torso on your thighs. Interlace your fingers at your low back. Roll your shoulders back. Lift your heart a little bit. Big breath in. Fold forward. Exhale. Walk your feet to about hips width if you like. Nice rinse for your shoulders. Let your head drop. So if that wasn't fun, that's okay. Just notice that, right? Going upside down or even beginning to think about going upside down can be a little intimidating. So take your time, just like your practice. Take it one breath at a time. Even here, right now, you are upside down, right? So feel this, your ability to connect into your foundation, whether it's your feet or your hands on the ground. And probably more importantly, your ability to connect into your strength, not just your physical strength, but the strength in your heart and your spirit. Take a big breath in. Exhale, release your hands. Once more, set your hands on the ground. Make that square with your hands and your feet. Let your head drop. As you inhale, shift forward into your hands so your heels come up. And as you exhale, rock back into your heels. You can lift your toes, the palms of your hands. Inhaling, shift forward, ground down through your hands. Exhale, rock back. One more time. Inhale, shifting forward, connecting down, soften, let your head hang, and then rock back. Walk your hands back towards your feet. Walk your feet together. Connect into your feet and rise to stand. Come on up. Hands high, heart lifts. Fold forward, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. Hands to your mat. High push up to low push up, exhale. Inhale, upward facing dog, exhale, downward facing dog. Right foot steps forward, runner's lunge. Right foot flat on your mat, hands on your mat. Now shift forward into that right leg and lift your left leg up. standing leg raise, standing leg split. So you can stay here. You can walk your hands a little more forward and then just little pops up, right, with that right foot so the left leg goes a little higher. I'm actually not so great at this, but you can play around with it. A couple of breaths. And then settle back to your standing leg split. Let your head drop. Take a big breath in. Exhale back to your runner's lunge. Rise up to your crescent lunge. Take a big inhale. Open out, warrior two. Take your right hand high, reverse your warrior. Exhale, hands come down to your mat. High push-up to low push-up. Upward dog. Inhale, downward dog. Exhale. Now left foot steps forward. Runner's lunge. Yep. So you guessed it. Other side. Press into your left foot, connect into your hands, and lift off. Right leg lifts. So notice that. Notice if you anticipated this side and what goes along with that. You can stay here. You can walk your hands a little more forward, and then again, just little pops up. Push up and off. Take your time, and then when you're ready, settle back to your standing leg split, standing leg raise. Take a big inhale. Lightly drop back, crescent lunge. Rise up, open out, warrior two. Take your left hand high, reverse your warrior. Exhale, hands come down to your mat. High push up to low push up. Upward dog, big breath in, downward dog, breath out. Take a big inhale and a long exhale. All right, so one more opportunity to have some fun with this. One of my friends calls these leapfrogs. Push up and off with your feet and touch your feet in the air up and back behind you. Just a couple of times. Push up and off from your downward dog. And you might get a little bit higher so your shoulders come right over your wrists. Connect through your core. Right, lift up. One more time. Go for it. Pop up. Come on back to your downward dog. Take a big breath in. As you exhale, step or jump to the front. Halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale. Fold. 2 feet on your mat. Inhale. Rise up. Reach up. Lift up. Fold forward, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. High push up to low push up, exhale. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a breath in and a breath out. Come on down to your tabletop, your hands and knees. Take your right arm out to the right and let's thread the needle. Take your right arm over to the left. Come onto your right shoulder, the right side of your face. You can keep your left hand where it is or extend it forward or wrap it around behind your back. A couple of breaths here. And when you're playing around with a handstand, it's finding the alignment for the pose and finding what works best for you. Exploring it in your own way, in your own time. Noticing where there's resistance in your body, but also noticing where there's resistance and when there's resistance in your mind. Come on back to your tabletop and set it up on the other side. Left arm out and thread the needle on this side. And sometimes our mind holds us back. Sometimes our mind pushes us forward before we're ready. And just noticing then what the case is for you. Right? Every time you get on your mat, it's one breath at a time, working with the body that gets you onto your mat. Working with your body, working with your breath, even working with your mind. So when you notice resistance, right, you have choices, lots of choices. Always a choice to soften, be present, and enjoy. Come on back to your tabletop, sit back over your heels, lie down on your back, set up for your Shavasana. And it is really nice to remember that this is a joyful practice, a practice full of joy, that we can do this. And it's really amazing. So if you can't stand on your hands, no big deal.
you can show up, be in your body, be in your strength and your power. Here, take a big inhale. And a long exhale. Wiggle your fingers and toes, bring some movement back to your body. Draw your knees to your chest. You can roll to one side and slowly make your way to seated. Bring your hands to your heart, set your gaze, lower your gaze or close your eyes. Together, let's take a deep breath in and a long breath out. Drawing your thumbs to your forehead, to your third eye center. Together we say, Namaste. Thanks everyone, thanks for joining me. I hope you had fun. Please, I know I did. Please like the video, subscribe to my channel, hit the bell so you're notified as new videos come out. Check out my Patreon page, The Bent Yogi. There, for as little as $5 a month, you get access to full-length classes, early access to my YouTube classes, and some other cool, fun stuff. I'm Heather, I'm The Bent Yogi. Take care of yourself, take care of each other, and I'll see you on your mat.